Massachusetts, home to more than 500,000 people. This New England city is rich in history, sports, art, and culture. So what is the most appealing? Is it the Red Sox, the elite education, the historic sites? I know what you must be thinking. Why, you forgot to mention the wildlife. Boston is a cornerstone of migrating Canada geese, the eastern gray squirrel, and the feral pigeon. Let's learn a little bit more about these animals and why they, like so many others, chose Boston as their home. Canada geese have passed through Massachusetts on their journeys to and from their Arctic breeding grounds for centuries. However, they're not passing out itineraries nor calendars, so you can find Canada geese in Massachusetts any time of the year. In fact, in some areas, people feel there are too many geese. They give 0 fucks. Canada geese take their space, averaging 10 to 14 pounds. Among waterfowl in North America, Canada geese are second only to swans in size. Speaking of swans, swans know they are fierce. Swans know they are the kings and queens of the Charles River and any adjacent branches throughout Massachusetts. Ducks bob back and forth along the current, whereas swans stick their fat asses in the air and go for a dip, using their long necks to grab aquatic weeds in the riverbed. Google says if you have treated a swan kindly, it will remember you as a friend forever. But don't get it twisted, it remembers its enemies as well. Back to the more plebeian of birds. Ducks and geese are greedy motherfuckers. If you think it would be fun to feed these birds, you are stupid. Feeding them will encourage them to stay in one place, creating larger flock size and in turn an unsupported habitat. Water quality may suffer, and the ducks and geese may grow comfortable with confronting humans. The Massachusetts Division of Fisheries and Wildlife say it is in the birds' best interest to stop providing them with food. Perhaps Canada geese are not the reason you love Boston. The eastern gray squirrel frequented trees around the city, but are most abundantly found in the Boston Public Garden and the Common. The most distinguishing factor of Boston's breed of squirrels can be summed up nicely by Greg Mertz, Chief Executive of the New England Wildlife Center. And I quote, "They are obese. The cause of their largeness stems from being overfed by you, the Cheeto-fingered, probably obese, American." The eastern gray squirrel can and will beat you in freeze dance. And despite their expanded waistlines, the creatures seem to have retained the physical dexterity and speediness to scurry up trees. Feral pigeons, or city doves, are on every street corner and park in Boston. These are flocking birds, traveling together as strong and swift avian flyers. City doves eat a varied diet, always looking for seeds from weeds in sidewalk cracks. They will always go for food waste and handouts from humans. Feral pigeons are descended from birds that escaped from dovecotes or other captive situations. They are the original GPS, with the ability to find their way home and deliver messages. Could you find your way home from Persia in 5th century BC? I don't think so. Up next, we look at the wildlife you go crazy for, from the comfort of your own home. Time to leave the city and look to the outskirts. Groundhogs and other critters who escaped the hustle and bustle of their original habitat just to entertain you rich bitches in quiet suburbia. Until then, don't feed the geese.